These amazing pictures are from Kudhinda in Zimbabwe. They are printing the base for a print with stripes made directly in an open screen. Screen printing is also known as serigraphy, serigraph printing and silk screen print. The technique is used both for placed prints like t-shirt front prints and all over repeated patterns on fabric rolls. It can be made by hand or machine driven or something in between. In screen printing, a tight mesh is stretched over the frame and glued on it. It needs to be in tension. For a start it was of silk, but now it's normally in thin nylon weave. The frame can be of practically any wood or aluminium. The more fine details in the design, the finer weave is needed. With fine lines and a fine weave, less print paste is transferred to the fabric and the color stays at the fabric surface. With a coarser weave, the paste passes better, but the edges of the designs are less sharp. Fine weaves tends more to get closed by stuck paste than coarser weaves. A light-sensitive emulsion is scooped onto the weave and dried in a dark room. The pattern is created by separating the pattern in colors. There are different ways doing this. During my studies, we hand painted the pattern, then we separated the colors by hand. Each color was transferred on a film or transparent paper by painting and drawing with totally light covering ink and paint. Now it's more common to separate the colors in the computer. It's also common to separate the screens in cyan, magenta, yellow and black. With these 4 colors, you can achieve almost any shade. In the darkroom, each of the drawings were placed on the glass of a vacuum machine, and a frame with a light-sensitive emulsion was placed on top. Here I'm showing you how it's made with a home kit. Each drawing is placed so they would match if placing the screens on top of each other. Then the vacuum machines get closed and the air is removed. The opposite side of the glass in the vacuum machine is of a stretchy rubber material that sucks into each angle of the frame and keeps it in place. The glass is then flipped over and the drawings are in front of the screen towards the glass. Then it's exposed to ultraviolet light, which solidifies the areas of the emulsion that are not covered by light-resistant paint. When it's over, the screens are removed and washed in water. In all the areas that were covered by the drawings, the emulsion is washed away and the screen opens to let the print paste pass. When the screen is dried, the edges of the screens that weren't covered by the emulsion get scotched. The scotch prevents the paste to leak at the sides of the screen. There are a lot of different ways to put the weave in tension on different kind of screens. New smarter screens and techniques using less chemicals are developed. It's also possible to print separated colors directly on the pre-prepared special weave. The printer opens the screen where desired. This way the screen printer don't need any strong solvents to remove the dried emulsion once the screen will be reused for another design. Some machines have the ability to print up to 1200 dots per inch. Dots per inch is the resolution of a digital picture. The prints gets very high quality, similar to the direct digital print. Once the screens are ready, the screen needs to be adjusted so that the pattern on each screen matches properly with the pattern on the other screens. Independently, if you print with a 4-color process or with spot colors, again, There are different ways to keep the screens aligned depending on the way you're printing. When I was printing by hand, we made the registration marks on the screens and stretched threads over the fabric. Through the screen emulsion, the threads crossings were matched with the registration marks on the screen. Traditionally, textile print have been made with spot colors, often indicated from the Pantone colors or color swatches. When printing with spot colors, the maximum printable colors are 32 in the school book, but in reality, I've never heard about more than 12 colors. Printing with 12 colors is complicated and expensive. With traditional screen print, the grain or dots are quite big. Often you see the dots in the print.